we say that we're not starting too many new projects. There are so many ongoing projects littered all over the country. So many ongoing projects. Even in the next 10, 15 years, I don't think the federal government will be able to finish all the ongoing projects that are started years back. But we are selecting the critical ones, especially the ones for example, the dams, the ones that will help power generation, the ones that will help irrigation. And the next 6 months to 1 year, we're going to intervene in these areas to bring back our irrigation facilities, mainly in the north, of course, southwest, also some in the southeast, so that we pursue agri robustly. The issue of power is central. We've been working on at least the issue of the discourse to give it out, privatizing the management of the discourse. I believe in the next 6 months, the Bureau of Public Enterprises and the Ministry of Power will be able to conclude the issue of concessioning so that they will be managed professionally. I told you that they've been working on, but we have legacy issues, we have labor issues. So these are human factors that follow that back. If we do that, then you are sure that the distribution of power is now being done by the private sector. The issue of collecting the money from in the hands of the private sector. We also have, of course, there are some road projects that are going on, and we believe that in the next one, like maybe roads like Itigidi, I don't want to be mentioned, I don't want to mix up. We'll be able to conclude and begin to commission them. The agri sector, the minister just came on board. He has his plan, of course. We are no longer going to do what we normally do with fertilizer. Before, the Minister of Agri is known for buying and selling of fertilizer, subsidized fertilizer. Only about 11% of the Nigerian farmers get fertilizer from the studies done. Some of the fertilizer come with more of sand than fertilizer. All this, in the next 6 months, you will no longer see those kind of situation. Farmers are going to get fertilizer through their GSM phones.
So if we take fertilizer, loans for fertilizer or buying and selling fertilizer out of the Ministry of Agriculture...
No, we're not taking it out.
Oh, we're not taking it out, we're allowing it to stay on, but we're reducing.
Just like the issue of subsidy we're talking about. Federal government subsidizes fertilizer, but the farmer ends up getting the fertilizer at a very high rate because of the issue of middlemen and bureaucracy and corruption. Those are the things we are removing. So now the farmers arrange themselves in cooperative. Federal government guarantee a soft loan for the businessman that will bring in the fertilizer and sell to the farmer. It's only at the point that the farmer pays that they get the assistance. So it's no longer paying money to a contractor or a supplier who supply all kinds of things, or don't even supply at all.
Well, Mr. President, I
get the money. Because before, you know, this time, every state, the federal government take money and buy a quantity of fertilizer, pay for 50% of it. This fertilizer in turn supposed to be sent to the state, and from the state supposed to move into the farmers. So along the line, a lot of things happen. So those are the areas we are blocking, but the Minister of Agri still coordinate that. It's not as if it is being taken away from them.
Yes. Those of us who work on the Mr. President, we do wonder that isn't the government who creates the level of chaos and corruption in our society, rather than taking things away and saying, because people are going to steal this, let's take it away.
No, the farmers are not losing anything.
Yes.
And you see, when other people say, oh, governments have done this first and done this and done this, can't government? I used to say, there's no country there that you see government being able to bring crime to zero. Every government will want to control crime. Take the issue of hard drug. Or take very powerful countries that even have everything it takes to monitor drugs. You see drugs still entering those countries. Take the issue of armed robbery in Nigeria. No government will want armed robbers to stay. But we get our first experience of armed robbery after the Civil War, when small arms and light weapons get into the hands of non-state actors. From that time till today, armed robbery. Various governments, military and civilian, they have been coming. Talk about smuggling. See, there are certain things that you cannot say government with a magical wand can remove it. So if you know that it's something that is difficult, then you have to find a different option to do it, to reduce the wastage and the leakages.
Okay, I think we have somebody on the line, or maybe we don't. It doesn't seem like we've got someone on the line, so I'll let Steve take his question now.
Mr. President, as we were talking, one thing kept going on in my mind. Your Excellency, what if the National Assembly says no to subsidy, don't take it up? What is our next option? Where do we go from here? I would like to know what other formulas, what other discussions went on before we agreed that we are going to do subsidy. We are going to remove subsidy. But I'd like to know, did you contemplate maybe, should we sell off these other models? Should we sell off this refinery, for instance, and tie maybe the allocations we give to them to whoever is buying it, instead of not giving it out to somebody for nothing, as we thought was what happened last time? What other alternatives exist for this government?
Steve, I don't want to make some kind of assumptions. I am a member of PDP. I belong to the political party called PDP, who is the ruling party, which control also the majority of the National Assembly. And before we take the decision, we discuss at the party level. And then everybody agrees that without the regulation, we cannot really move this country to where we're supposed to. Not just moving the country. The issue is just beyond not having enough money to intervene in projects. If the issue is just not having enough money to intervene in projects, yes, I can say, well, okay, let us stay here and do the little we can do. At the end of the day, another person comes and they're crawling like a snail. Of course, you know, all the countries that were at the same level with Nigeria, they have left us. At independence, we are told Nigeria was at the same level. Quite a number of countries, all of them have left us. We are crawling. No problem. So if the issue is just like, oh, there's no money to do enough projects, but it's beyond, the issue of deregulation is beyond not having just enough money to do projects. The issue is that as a government, how do you create jobs? You have so many young people coming out of the universities every year. How do you create jobs? I used to tell people, look at what happened in Libya, for example. Libya, they have a lot of money because Libya is a population of just about 5 million. With the volume of oil they have a lot of money. But there was a revolution. There's a revolution in Egypt. You cannot sit down as a president, as a ruling party, and then begin to think about how do you create jobs. I used to tell people, I used to ask, okay, if we now decide to give petrol free to all Nigerians who have cars, even those who have 20 cars, come and just take the fuel free, will that create jobs in this country? Will it improve on our economy? Will it create wealth? Yes, few people will smuggle, which is less than 0.001% of Nigerians will smuggle these products outside and sell, will make money. But the rest of us, will it create more jobs for us? Will it create wealth for us? These are the issues. And the PDP as a party have looked at the whole thing and said that, look, PDP as a ruling party, and we want to continue to rule. And the young people will not allow us to continue because they will vote us out if we don't create jobs for them. So when you deregulate, you have stimulated the economy. And we're talking about it. The key thing there is not, yes, Nigerians have bad roads. If the roads are bad, it's unfortunate. What is beyond repairing the bad roads? But it's turning the economy. Oil is what we have. So if we don't use the oil to turn the economy around, that's because we're going to agri, we're going to invest in agri robustly, though today is not for agri. Maybe the next time when we come on board, we'll talk about that. But if we don't improve on the economic activities, we'll have massive youths, unemployed youths. Even if you are giving them free fuel, fuel is not food, they will not drink it.